Good morning, y'all. All right, we're getting started here. All right, let me get my bearings here a little bit. It is Friday. Let me take a little sip of my drink here, my non-sponsored beverage. All right. Are you guys ready? Because I'm ready. Good morning. Hope you guys are having a great day. The clicking, turning signal. We are hanging out on a Friday live here in Results One. We've been go all week. There are two things that I'm attempting to make sure we incorporate once a month within our Trooper Steve on patrol. That's annoying. Within our Trooper Steve on patrol. And that is us featuring a lot of the stuff you guys sent in to me, those honks. We had a great time that day showing you the stuff that you guys are still sending me. And casual drives. Sue, TGIF, from Orlando, Florida. I know you're in Canada. And I also want to start incorporating monthly our daily drives. A daily drive in a normal area with no agenda, no topic, just a place that maybe you don't get out to or you haven't visited. I do think it's part of our job to fire rescue. I do think it's our job to take you there, right? I know I enjoy sitting at home watching a YouTube stream every now and then of somewhere I've never been or an activity that I've never experienced. So why not use me for that, right? So today, we're going to cruise through the whopping, huge, just joking, holy cow, guys. I know you didn't see that, and I can't get it on camera. I think they're called Waymos. The self-driving car. We have those here. I just saw one. Those things in California that drive themselves. I'm going to ask the Oracle here. Thomas, our webmaster, did you know we have Waymos here? Okay, he is researching the information right now. I just, holy cow. I don't know if it had a driver or not, but that was really cool. That, ladies and gentlemen, if it's here, we will feature it. We are going to feature that if it's here. So yeah, unbelievable. Pretty cool. What you got, Thomas? Anything? All right, so update. Our Oracle has indicated that there's talks that they're coming here, but they're not here yet. So that's the first I've ever seen. Fresh with these eyes. That was cool. I don't know how I feel about it necessarily, but that was cool. All right, let's get back to what we were doing. Only in Windermere, right? Of course it's in Windermere. So we're currently cruising along westbound lanes of Conroy Windermere Road. It's the west side of Conroy, and it turns into Conroy Windermere. We are today going to patrol an area, okay, of a part of Orange County, a smaller municipality, but believe it or not, it is the smallest municipality here in Orange County. So if you had to guess, my viewers on YouTube, drop it in the comments here. If you had to guess, how big is the city of Windermere? What would be your guess? Without Googling, if I'm telling you it's the smallest, they have maybe 6 cops with their police department. How big do you think that city is? I'll give you 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It is a whopping about 2 square miles, making it one of the smallest Orange County municipalities here. Crazy. Hello? 2 clowns for the price of 1. Give it to them, Thomas. Sitting there with their head somewhere else. Unbelievable. Light turns green and they wonder why they're getting honked at. Jeez. Pool guy. And also, just a little tidbit here. I understand you got pools to clean, but I still need to be able to see your license plate. That would be an obstructed tag. You need to relocate that license plate so that it's visible. Just a little information. Okay, so we're on Conroy Windermere. We're not in the city of Windermere just yet. If you blink, we will miss it. I'm just joking. It's one of the most beautiful higher end communities in Central Florida. Some of the most expensive residential homes within our area are located here. As we drive in, we're going to drive, and I'm just going to feed you some information about Windermere, some of the information that I've gotten to learn about it. I actually used to live on the opposite side of Windermere. So here we go. We are on Conroy Windermere, just crossed over Apopka Vineland, kind of slowly entering into the city of Windermere. A lot of it is unincorporated, but as you cross in, the welcome sign, the town of Windermere, established in 1925. But like I said, it's only about 2 square miles, making it a very, very small municipality. What makes it so intriguing? Well, obviously you have the Isleworth golf community here, exclusive kind of golf community. Windermere is located in the middle of the Butler chain of lakes. So think about that. High-end area, has the appeal of the lakes, 11 different interconnected lakes, and they're actually like Clearwater lakes. So that's what makes it so appealing. Think about that, all the boating, the fishing and stuff that takes place within a little 2-mile area. Just to give you an idea, so that's one of the entrances into the Isleworth community, and then here, one of those Butler chain of lakes that's out here on the north side of the road. And even some of these houses here from the roadway are just insane. Reminds me I did something wrong, right? Look at that. Like, come on. So when it comes to stuff like this, let's talk about who's living out here, guys. So for years, we've always talked about a lot of the NBA players, right? Fashion designers, high-end corporate attorneys. But the most famous one, the man, Shaquille O'Neal, has a home out in this area. So as you go in, here's my tidbit. Do not ever speed in the town of Windermere. They will light you up in a heartbeat. They have a reputation for maintaining a lot of the rules out here. So they spend a lot of time doing community policing and things like that. So like I mentioned, known for a lot of the famous neighbors, celebrities, athletes, notable figures, things like that. But of course, Shaq, Tiger Woods, always known for living out in this community. You're noticing a lot of trees. They, the town council, do an amazing job at maintaining the structure, the feel of the town of Windermere. It's something that they're intentional about, something you will not find inside the town. You will find it right outside in the unincorporated portion, or any type of commercial businesses. You're not going to find any type of commercial building or any box style store within this small town. It's something that they have kept and something that they take pride in. As you begin to pull into the town here, they are known for a very special roundabout, okay? It's located right here at Main Street and 6th Avenue. It's iconic because of how busy it is. It's located right in the center of the town, and they put it plop right in the middle of the 2 main roadways out here. So it gets very busy, as you can tell. What else is taking place out here? You can see they have a farmer's market taking place on a Friday. Pretty cool stuff. We're going to continue around the circle here. Hold on one second. I'll make a full roundabout and then go up Main Street. Off brick roads. Love me some brick roads. And then, like I said, they're always having some type of event. So off to the side right now, on a Friday morning, they have a farmer's market taking place. How cool is that? Weather's great. A lot of local vendors out here. Pretty cool stuff. So it is suggested, or it is known, that the town possibly got its name from Windermere, England. Hence why the town tends to look a little bit the way it does. So there's not just, you're not just driving through this and be like, oh man, they they're just different. No, there's history here. There's a culture that they're trying to do their best to maintain. Now, when it comes to real estate, I'm going to tell you right now, it's crazy. Multi-million-dollar homes. It is small, but they have an extremely high-end school district, part of the Orange County School District. They take pride in their schools out here. That also contributes to the home prices, right? So when you're cruising through this town, the speed limit never gets higher than 30 miles an hour anywhere in the town of Windermere. Anywhere. Nowhere at all will the speed limit get any higher than that. The police department focuses majority, think about it, what? Community policing, building those relationships. And one thing I did notice, they keep some of their dirt roads. So although it is a completely functioning roadway, they have decided to keep the dirt roadways, which is really, really interesting. This is a choice that they've made. It's not that they're just behind. It's just something that they like to do. Let's just cruise a little bit. Windermere is governed by a town of council. They pride themselves on community events. Like we just passed by the Windermere Farmers Market. They do food truck nights and annual holiday events. Just like anywhere else, guys, it's open to the community, not just the Windermere community. They have very strict zoning laws. What do I mean by that? So what I mentioned earlier, their regulations on developments and things like that. You can't just build anything anywhere you want. You got to get the approval. A lot of this is to preserve its natural surroundings. There's, like I said, no big box stores or large shopping centers anywhere in the area. Tree-lined dirt roads. That's one of the main things it's known for, believe it or not. Parts of Windermere still maintained by its original unpaved tree-lined dirt roads, adding to that kind of cool feel. This is all intentional. So someone may be like, why would someone want to do this? This is what the town wants. This is what they live here for. They live to have that hometown feel. I don't know. There's something about the dirt road to me that I oddly like. It's maintained. There are people out here. They maintain that it's cleaned up and it looks good. But this is what it's about. We've got some tennis courts. They've got sports complex, sports areas for you. Not a complex. They had a complex here to take half the size of the town. But come out here to Main Street from 3rd Avenue. And we're going to head back into the town towards the south end of the city limit here. Stand by. Just waiting for some traffic to clear here. Left side, right side. Main Street gets busy out here. All right, here we go. And in 3, 2, 1. All right, southbound Main Street. Coming up on the town hall, the library, town administration. Believe it or not, they're all in the same parking lot. There's one of Windermere's police department vehicles cruising through Main Street this morning. They got a really cool community-focused police department. You got to think about it. They're not that busy. And it's not a dig. They're just not that busy. But a town like this does need protection around the clock, just like any town does, I am a believer of. So they do have their own police department. Not big. They have a great working relationship with the Orange County Sheriff's Office and the Florida Highway Patrol. So look how busy it is on a Friday here. All off to the side. Whole bunch of vendors hanging out this morning. So once we clear the roundabout, we'll head south. I'll show you some of the houses out here, the south end of Islesworth, and we'll call it a Friday, guys. If you're joining me this morning, there's no agenda, no intention. We're just driving around the town of Windermere on today's Trooper Steve on patrol. Oddly, extremely busy. But at the same time, we can't say oddly because the town is only 2 square miles. So if you're coming to visit and there are multiple people, this is what happens. But after this stream, I may jump out and see what they got going on out here, because the market is open to you, the public. And they have signs. Looks like we came out here at the right time. They have signs saying celebrating 100 years. That is pretty awesome stuff. So there's the town hall right there in front. Great little design. I tell you, some of the cars that I've driven and I've seen out here, worth more than my house. That Rolls Royce, geez Louise. Police department off to my right. And there's only 2-lane roads here. Okay, so we leave the brick roadway and we get back into a normal. Still in the city. How do we know? Because you can tell by the street signs. 8th and Main. We're continuing southbound here. Look at, when I tell you the houses here, this is what I'm talking about. Like, what is this, Game of Thrones? But then, you've got people who've probably been here 50, 60 years that have kept the original structure, the original character of the town of Windermere. So you have a little bit of both. One side, you've got Game of Thrones, and the other side you got just normal stuff. Oh man, these are just stunning, stunning, stunning. One thing I have noticed here, guys, look, when I was a state trooper working on the road, I lived on the normal side, so off of like 535 Chase area by Animal Kingdom, or by Walt Disney World area, because I could throw a rock to it. So I'd come out here quite often and drive through. There's no need to speed through any town, but let alone a town that is as small as this. A lot of people use Windermere as a cut through, when totally legal, totally fine. Heck, I would do it too, but you should be a little bit more respectful, especially when you're coming into a town that has a speed limit that does not exceed 30 miles per hour. Their police department stays proactive, so your chances of getting a citation high. So you just want to make sure that you're being respectful no matter where you're at. I don't care what town you're in. Whenever you're cutting through something, you should be careful. Before we wrap up, we'll show you Shaq's old house that was over here on the on Chase Road. So that big wall that you see to my left-hand side, that's going to be Isleworth Community, the golf course, golf community, and the homes. And here is Shaq's old house right here next to me. This thing, unbelievable, just insane. That thing went on the market. You guys remember, I believe Justin Mormont did a story on that stuff. It was insane. So guys, like I said, easy Friday, taking it easy, smooth, no agenda today, and we'll get the ball rolling again on Monday. But if any of you guys are in South Florida, Miami, tomorrow morning we're doing a 5K. I'll be your host in Miami at Tropical Park, tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. All in support of the Florida Highway Patrol Auxiliary, really raising funds so that they could support other first responders. I love you guys. Drive safe. Enjoy your Friday. I'll see you later.